So, have you ever had one of those weeks where everything in your life sucks but the vacuum cleaner? I woke up this morning, I had pimples. Pimples. Last time that happened, my mother bought me a training bra. You know, they ought to make training bras in larger sizes. You could call them retraining bras. Because I see an awful lot of women walking around with their headlights askew, you know? You don't know where to look. You got somebody whose blouse bunnies are doing this. Just having a conversation with them is like talking to somebody with a lazy eye. I told my husband, because I have a little problem in that department, that I wanted a boob job. He thought I wanted to be a greeter at Wal-Mart. But I don't think you could retrain these zucchinis of mine. And I think it would involve a man with a top hat, a whip, and a chair. I went to one of those fancy schmancy lingerie stores to get a fancy schmancy bra. And they took my measurements and sent me to Home Depot. The only thing that fit me in the whole store was the perfume. Yeah, but I don't want plastic surgery or anything. I've got a much better idea. Next week, I'm getting my nipples pierced. I'm hanging a chain between them. And wearing them around my neck. We've had a lot of excitement at our house. My son Scooter is planning on marrying his girlfriend Hiawatha. Yeah, we were very excited. It was all very rush, and then just after I bought the mother of the groom dress, the wedding was called off. We think she got her period. So I went on the road. I got an email from him that said, "We've decided to live together." I came home and found out they decided to live together at my house. One morning she came to me and she said, "Where do you want me to put this laundry?" And I'm thinking, at home on the floor of your room, at your mother's house. She contributed to dinner, though, the other night. She provided the dessert. A frozen Pepperidge Farm Black Forest cake. You gotta give it to her. That girl can thaw. I'm thinking of entering her in the Pillsbury thaw-off. When I was back east, though, I had to go through security, and they had that new X-ray machine that everybody's talking about, the one that can see through your clothes and everything. But now I thought you had a choice. Do you want that or the traditional? But you don't. They just put you in this booth and they make you do this with your hand. What does that do? I finally figured out why they make you make a diamond with your hand. It's because this is already taken. I didn't want to use that machine because I had a hole in my underwear. Years ago, I had a hole in my underwear. I was driving the car. It was a true story. A woman rear-ended me. And she leaped out of the car and she comes over and she goes, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault. And I said, no, it was my fault. I have a hole in my underwear. Cop overheard me. I got a ticket. He was the underwear police, apparently. But we live in Pismo Beach, California, which is 4 hours from LA. And actually, I was working in Atlantic City. My husband sold our house and moved. But I found him. In Pismo Beach. He was easy to find. I just followed a trail of dirty underwear up the freeway. I knew it was his because it was neatly folded. Is that weird or what? My husband neatly folds his dirty underwear. And then he lays it on the floor next to mine that's been rolled off like a giant rubber band with a crotch. girls have done that, I know. It's just what it looks like, too. If you don't unwind it before you put it in the washing machine, after the spin cycle, they're all crocheted together. Now you have a holiday garland, you know. But our small regional airport that we use to fly out of Pismo doesn't have these fancy machines. You just have to be frisked. And because I have artificial knees, I have to be frisked all the time. I've been frisked so many times, I don't even need to have sex again until next year. But it's always the same woman. And she's a big girl. And I don't know what team she's on, but I'm pretty sure it's not mine. I'm not even that sure the other team wants her. She's got a terrible overbite. We're talking major buck teeth here. Before she worked for the TSA, she had a part-time job in front of Starbucks as an awning. I don't know if I should even tell you about her crow's feet. Where does she get her shoes? I only do that for me because I think that's very funny. I was coming through customs. I used to work on a cruise ship all the time, and I had to come through customs, and I was coming through customs this last time, and it was a cruise to South America, and the customs guy's going like this. Well, what were you doing in Cartagena? And I said, I work on a cruise ship. I go where they send me, and then I fly home. And what about March 5th? What were you doing in Cartagena? I said, I work on a cruise ship. I go where they send me. And he kept doing that and doing that. And finally he said, well, what do you do on the cruise ship? And I said, comedian. He said, I said, what do you do on the cruise ship? Aren't you listening? I said, I'm a comedian. Aren't you listening? So after the strip search, he made me put my feet in stirrups. You know, even if you could ride a horse that way, why would you want to? And what was with the metal detector? Stop it and I'll give you a quarter.